Yes. So let's just begin. As you can see, we're further into the quest, we're going to event. We don't have much time, 7 days only. Just focus mode, I wanna do it. At least I...
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontaine friends love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down.
Oh, later.
Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kenichi?
Yes, Sasuke.
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Oh, hold up. This one, Jam. Illegal restaurant caught seven Saurians too. Group is surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something.
So, how many we are going to be in here?
It.
How many not? It's going to be a good too many, so then I have to choose the language. Change the language, sorry.
Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
What? Mama, that can't be for here. Yeah, who the fuck? I feel bad for the guy who was stabbing, bro. Imagine you just do that. A fucking artist thing. Fine, I hate to admit it, but you win this one.
What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded?
Who will never be able to do something like this? I want to know.
No, surely that can't be right.
Yeah.
Can it?
If it is, then we all toast. Yeah. You can't do shit to a person able to defeat a serpent. I thought I had the female voice. Well, isn't it Traveler in Paimon? What a coincidence. Mr. Kenichi and I were talking about you just a few moments ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal fan. I present him for some juicy details. He remembered tightly about you. So anything you want to share me with about the great traveler expert in Atlanta? It was a team event. Moody as ever. Anyways, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack it. How you two? It's been ages. What have you bring you to Fontaine? There's an event going on here.
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
And also, a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a Saurian meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Of course it wasn't. Oh, that we were just trading terror headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
Well, I'm so sorry I have to see such an unfitable sight to Fontaine. They had their tablets write their headline purely to shock and scare. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The one who get share in degree will at least clarify the truth in the main body of article. So the mislead headline still unnecessary trick to the readers in. Just like the ones we are just reading and have no query about making the outrageous fabric.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
Damn, they are just sourcing media at this point. That's pretty irritating of you, Mr. Gunnett.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Yeah, rumors don't came out of thin air, bro.
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins.
Just imagine you will find out a saurian in a restaurant. I mean, he's going to be so pissed, bro. You have no idea what he's going to do to them.
But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in that land. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
And if you wonder why the Udex don't present over the trial, it's because the case was assigned to another judge right after form of proceed. As a note of Parliament only has one judge, we don't expect Mohsen Awad to handle every single case. Yeah, I was thinking about it. How he handle alone everything. On my interesting note, trying to question what the mega soup and it was all thanks to Miss Kanich. Mr. Kanich. Testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kanich.
It was all Mr. saying the world is not going to end. Yeah, Travis was like, wait, no one gets stuck. Is a Paimon really want to wake? He's not awake yet, isn't yet. Maybe not, but it's even better word for me that if Mr. Kanich would agree to another executive interview with the same.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Yes, you saw that too. Guess I put it down to the key. Yes, he's from Story Hunter, and he's
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kanich the speechless! Kanich the tongue-tied!
I love this shit.
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again. Of course, that's a brilliant idea. But that also means I need a bit more time to prove. Let me put together a list of interview questions. Sound like I'm not like to refuse. Well, I know I can be present, but at the end of the day, it's your call. And I should probably get back to the work. I also need to go back to town. I guess, what is that? And report this increase out with you. Farewell, my friend. Until we meet again. Until your voice came back.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That owl thing that popped out before, or was it a howl? It kind of looked like a howl, but at the same time...
You know what?
Oh, that thing.
Art.
Yeah, that was a howl.
Yeah, I was questioning. Asking the same question.
What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
He knows who is in Fontaine. He knows who is in Fontaine. He knows who is in Fontaine. Maybe he's not acclimatized well in
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Just remember, Paimon. The Danger Dragon app is just in desert right now. And in Fontaine, we know who is he.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
I'm sure. And I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kanich holds onto a how's tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a How wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
So always up for
I know where it
friend.
is, so let me lead the way.
Overnight Fantasyland, yeah. Overnight Fantasy. Fuck my list is not good.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah. It was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House.
Oh, wait, this place. Wait, what is this place? I don't know. I don't explore Fontaine
There
that much.
must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Tap-a-tap-tap. Ta-da!
What was that? What was that?
But
What was
is
that?
this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something already familiar about the way you talk.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Good to see you again. The prototype lane has come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with the computer.
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Aren't you the scammer who literally gets scammed because she put all her money into a fucking robot or some shit? Aren't you the one?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
The film.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Yeah, she did that.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too.
You did, didn't you?
Huh? You've got to be kidding.
This is a second. People never learn.
Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Oh!
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant?
It's going to be fun.
You'll let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be!
12. They're basically 12 like you.
And
But they are
another
pretty
thing,
good.
smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kaholahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you
Just
were
imagine
born!
when back came behind him and it's like, yeah.
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Oh no.
Idiot meets idiot.
Yeah.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Yeah. Nah, yeah. It's good to
Miss
see you.
Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Yeah.
Hello,
Just a-
everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Oh, my trusty partner. Very well, chance even better now that you're here.
Hello
my
there.
Trusty partner.
I'm Kenichi.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You'd think someone yelling their name out in the
Navio,
middle of a
I
public
do this
street
out of-
really needs an introduction?
In my entire life, I never thought Kenichi and Navi would ever meet. But who knows? We need this kind of meeting. It's pretty good.
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Someone be nice. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
See that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
As I totally did like a little copy pipe.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light.
And what about the money? I mean, are you going to give back something or you just put your life saving again?
I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement. As you can
Yeah,
see,
we know.
I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet. So let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Huh?
Oh,
Cheval Moran?
That's
What's
right.
that?
The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran.
wait, isn't one of the film director like who started all of this event or something like film event like we learned in the previous lore? I don't know, I'm going too far. I may be wrong. But isn't he's part of a rebellion against Romaria, King Ramis? Like, he was kinda. Who started all of this event, I think, for an industry event.
After much persistence and many
Oh, is it different guy?
solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend.
I'm sure she doesn't
Not
mind
only
it.
is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
He seems much care about that popularity at this point. I'm pretty sure at this point he's just like, I wanna just live alone.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's
basically-
right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part?
Of course, they're going to be an event, we're going to get
It
primers
would be
and
a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm
Yeah,
sure
why
you
not
could bring
definitely.
something special to the table.
I think about it.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well,
Seriously, you think about
as
food?
it happens, that'll be a piece of everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant.
It's coffee. I just did a story
Look
press.
over there.
Yeah, looks like she's enjoying the story.
You!
Man.
Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you
That's
might
the
as well
ingredient
just
I
lie
like.
down on the chopping board yourself.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm
Oh, yeah.
sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
You
Go on.
little...
Yeah.
What's your game here?
Go on. This is
Mademoiselle,
fun. Go on.
sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
Yeah, we meet again.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them later bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. What did you do?
Wait, has that happened before?
What? Someone actually been guns because you the lucky.
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Now yeah.
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there.
Wonder it
But
could
I
be.
didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Voice actor definitely was so much fun doing this.
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice. Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and
Sedine.
immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside. And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Yes, why don't Nettle have gun? I mean, we have freaking Chasko is a flying gun, but
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
yeah, one who can fly.
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep.
God.
Got sick of those long ago.
You little! How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts? Why
Time for
I
a
love
timeout,
Jesse.
old timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
And she's going to make one of the best sketches that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm going to tell yes, I'm not even an artist. Like every people tell someone who know how to do art.
Something like this.
See, what did I say? What did I say? She know how to make sketches. I mean, she engineers, she make project वगैरह and sketches, I think. So, I think it's part of her job, so I think it's not surprising. But still, it's far better than what most people can do.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Stretch for professional engineer, so yeah.
It's nothing.
And what is it?
Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like.
Do you think you will be able to recognize this? I mean, what I'm getting is might be a Servant technology from Dragon Era. Could Noodle be able to recognize? Wait, what is it doing here?
And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Got it. Thanks a lot, Amy.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs. Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too.
Yeah.
But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. You really make it's pretty fun with I'm not gonna lie, but I guess it seems like Kanish has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot. After saying goodbye to you and Kanish, find some way.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
Yeah, it looked
Correct.
ancient.
It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins.
Could nobody be able to recognize this? I mean, he.
Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think
Perfect.
I'll join you.
Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
You know, we are.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Wait. Is it
It's
going to be
time,
that?
dear partner and
Yeah, it's
Paimon,
going to be
for
when-
us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course,
Yeah.
enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated.
Come on, it's not that Paimon.
We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every boss went to business school, you know.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things
Right,
first. Let's get an
What are you
overview of
talking
how the
about?
whole
It-
festival's
that
gonna be
event.
run.
That potion shop. So I guess we are doing this. Let us play one of it. So I can play the
As you
events
can
on
see,
here.
the Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects. That's why I
I'm
chose
sure
to
more
adopt
than
a
half of the
time
people will just skip
slot-based
this.
planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this, so it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we
Yeah, I
attract
understand
more
everything.
guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on, which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance.
Got it.
Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Wow, guess we learned on the
Yep,
job.
come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part?
of course, film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble, and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I get it. You want me to set a branch map?
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked
Something's
all
going to
the
happen.
existing activities before you arrived. and I can assure you that they're all perfect. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Having
Great.
fun.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super. All right, then. Let's start with eclectic escapades and put our first guide.
Let's see how this game is going to be. I see you already began. Done.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
Sorry. The channel form is super easy to get into.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
That is why I kind of want one too. Shouldn't Farina get in a Swiss?
Don't worry. As Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily. Not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
First Archon was actually rich in money. Well, I mean, she was kind of had money.
Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources?
Yeah.
That's definitely a first for us.
That's what's going on. I didn't pay attention much. I make it awesome, boss. I have very high standard when it comes to
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
But I'm doing it. I just said finger crossed. Hey bro, we are back.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
Bro! Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Alright, Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Yeah.
Huh? how come you're...
Yeah, Lydia.
I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see
Really?
the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point.
Wait, not makes sense.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a
that's-
second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here,
Cuckoo?
of course.
Where's Cuckoo?
For
Vegetables.
Kakuku.
For vegetable, no Cuckoo. Ah, it makes sense for this.
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe
Don't worry,
Cheval
I
Moran
couldn't
an
even
apology,
understand
even if she's not here.
It's
Anyway,
okay.
long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
I'm sure nothing can happen to this guy.
Even though it's your
Hold on.
first time too.
Right.
Yeah.
But they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Oh no, gross.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Makes sense.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too?
Yeah.
See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi, guys. My name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Hi guys, my name is Ethan. I just turned 5, or 30 already, and I'm 50. Yeah, if he's 5. It's kind of with Hanka Star as that one character. I hope I pronounced the name right. Is in Pentecost story he said I'm 13 or something. Nice to meet you, bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If
You
he
don't know it.
was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
I love this you. I really love this you, wow. You're a big boy now, you don't need pet. So in this, Kakuku is the master and Aoife is pet.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
No,
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
no, because you know who is in Fontaine. He doesn't want to
That
meet him.
plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
I guess what flying object is.
Oh no, bro. Or rather,
Paimon
did
getting
Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
You're watching too many shows.
Which building?
Wait,
That one?
isn't it?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for
Nice.
Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian.
Yeah, I see
Sorry
the
about
gameplay.
that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
These NG kids, I'm getting another right now in this building. There could be not one awesome Saurian.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
As happened, Kencha, we're just heading over there.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Back when we first met Kakuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
What?
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
He's not going to leave this 5-year thing entire life. Oh, if I just did a big mistake life, now I'm going to make fun of about this for his entire life. I love this show. No way, bro. It is your voice. The goat is voice, at least he has his voice.
Did he say he came from Natlan?
Another.
No.
Get out of here!
Wait, nobody can understand him?
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
Just we fear the most. For real now.
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Oh, you know one another.
Yeah. He's a bro.
He's a friend. Yeah, a saurian friend of a human friend.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
For real? What is
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Yuda? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work.
Okay, but I have a feeling he know what we are going to ask him. Like, he definitely know what we're going to ask him.
If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
Oh, don't worry, he can do that.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Risley.
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Risley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden.
Yeah.
Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, he left.
Wow, that sounded just like me.
Yeah, he
But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
They are fucking two stories. I mean, one is a fucking god or some dragon god, but still.
Oh,
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself.
No, I want nowhere to go in Nathalie so much, but I know if you go to Renova, it's also there, so things are not going pretty good if you go there. Especially Petronova.
Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro.
Aku bilang dulu, right? I mean, who can't? They're all a bit strange, but they really are a great pair of awesome Saurians.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Can you say novel advice about the novel make incubation with a person? And sure enough, they look at the box and the contact.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away.
But do you know what is it? Like, he definitely know what is it.
We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wrightsley.
I hope they survive.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
That goes for me.
We were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
Kakuku. Yeah, bro.
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from?
A couple of tippables from that time.
Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
I knew that did Kakuku know who knew it is? Like, no? I can help us a match.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
You're welcome.
All right
No
then,
mention.
we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro.
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kukuku, was it not?
Huh?
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So,
And why is that?
how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Wait, I'm 100% sure I see know who knew it is. He probably think he knew some big story or something, not the fucking dragon summon, but still. It's fun. Yeah, bro.
Aurora and Aoife, we found Kakuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it?
There's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no.
Which one do you want to... he thinking everybody was...
I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you. I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
Wow, you're Spain
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Yeah, last time you make a choice for yourself, Aurora, you literally get yourself killed, so...
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Even he had an interesting chat with us somewhere in VIP.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the we overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Marmonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
I don't think anyone better who can protect a cuckoo more than him. Consider you have to wait for that long.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Alright,
Yay, problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
this must be the Act 1. So we do Act 2 now or tomorrow? I think this will be pretty good for the Act 1. We're going to continue Act 2 tomorrow because it's something to do, but I hope you enjoy. Just sign.